Coke wave dripping. We done started a trend from the gutter to the penthouse, stacking these M's, make America wavy again. Make America wavy again. Post up on the yacht with the skyline view. Haters looking pressed cause they can't do what I do. Wavy like the ocean, got the world on a spin. I'm the reason that they surf when the tide come in. Big of her with the melodies, French got the hits. We was down in the dirt, now we flooded our wrist. Presidential on the wrist, but it's deeper than chains. We just tryna bring a wave, make America wavy again.
From the bottom it got crazy. For them M's it got shady.
HypeCityShow, we are in the building. Before we get started, I need everybody to go follow us, HypeCityShow.com, Instagram, Facebook, X, wherever you do social media at. But tonight we got a special guest. We got a dope artist, a super producer. This guy has been really working over the past couple years, been doing this thing. Let's give a round of applause for my man, Red McFly, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely, man. For the people that don't know who you are, who is Red McFly and what does your journey look like in one sentence?
Red McFly just I think I'm a one of a kind individual because a lot of reasons, but you probably I'll probably get into it. But basically, I'm just the same as any other person, but I'm one of the people where like people always will say that like, yo, it don't matter if I'm in an interview, if I'm on a song, if you meet me in person, like I'm the same person all day, 24/7. Like never got front for the camera, put on a persona, and none of that type of stuff. Same thing all day, every day. But I just been grinding, producer, artist, making my way. It's like I got two careers going on at one time. Yeah.
What first made you fall in love with hip hop and producing?
Just I think just being a fan first and like watching people like RZA with Wu-Tang, Dr. Dre, Kanye West, people like that like Swiss Beats, that like there was a producer, but there was an artist, and they also like had this movement, you know what I mean? And I felt like I always looked up to stuff like that. Like it's like the person was like he was the like when you look at RZA and even like Swiss Beats and Dr. Dre, it was like there was more than just a producer and then more than just a rapper. You know what I mean? Like they was like a brand. Like I always wanted to be something like that. Like I didn't want to just be locked into one box. Like I'm just a rapper, I'm just an artist. They got into stuff like fashion. Dr. Dre got into headphones. Kanye got into fashion. Swiss got into fashion, art, stuff like that. RZA got into movies and everything. And he just they led the way, and they brought everybody with them. To me, from the outside looking in, that's what it always looked like.
Right, you wasn't trying to be locked in just one box and just hey, I'm just this producer. Like I can do other things.
Yeah, when I seen them, and then like I would get me an MPC or something, and then I'd get me a computer, and I'd be like, damn, I could do this too. You know what I mean? And the better I got at it, the more I was like, damn, I really believe this shit now. You know what I mean?
What did you first grow a love for more, rhyming or producing?
I was rapping first. Cause I remember I was in high school, I was trying to rap, and then like it was hard to get beats. So I just started going on the internet looking for beats on the internet, like SoundClick and stuff like that. And then just started downloading then I'm like, damn, they don't belong to me. So I'm like, let me learn something. So I got me a computer. Shout out my Meezy, he showed me how to use FL Studio. So I was doing that, and then I was using the MPC 2000. I had a Triton keyboard. I had a Motif. That was like back when everybody was using hardware, actual analog equipment. Yeah, more than digital.
Who got you playing these instruments, or you just learned by just
Yeah, I just learned, just
picking it
messing
up, just
around.
picking it up.
Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, I took one. You know, how you could get like them extra classes. I had took one piano class for like one semester, and I just
Right,
learned like the basic how to read the scale and all that. And then that's all I needed. I just needed somebody to show me like, oh, these keys do this, these keys do that. Just how you look at it on, you know what I'm saying? Just how you make a chord. Once I learned that little basic shit, it was easy after that.
it was over after that.
Yeah, most
Now,
definitely.
where did the name Red McFly come from? You know, it's a dope name. Like, how did you get the name Red McFly?
It came from when I first started. It was Red Rum, and then
Okay.
I went to jail, came home, I had a kid, and I was like, damn, I want to clean my image up a little bit because I was rapping about crazy shit that that at the time that's the life I was living. But I was like, I started switching life up a little bit, and I was like, damn, Red Room, that shit ain't marketable. Like I want to do, mind you, remember I was telling you I want to do bigger things besides just rapping and
Right,
producing.
right.
So I'm like, that name ain't gonna really fly like that. So then I just dropped it to just Red. And I was like, Red's not really, you can't Google Red. Everything else is gonna pop up besides me. So then I was like, I always like Back to the Future. I've been a fan of that. I've always been a fly dude myself. So I added the McFly onto it. And I
Right,
just been
right,
running
right.
that ever since.
Now, how long you been out PA? You're from Jersey, right?
Yeah, I'm originally born in Jersey. My mother moved out here. I say like right before high school time, and then I just always went back and forth. My family's still out there. Um, North, you know what I mean? North Irvington, East Orange, all of that. That's where all my family at. So I'm
How,
always
how,
out there, back and
right,
forth.
right,
There in New York. You know what I mean?
right. How has Jersey and PA, how has that shaped your sound?
I think I can't even really say either one of them shaped my sound because I always feel like my sound it didn't sound really too much. Like it's starting, it might be shifting a little bit now because everybody it's like so many different genres and
Genres,
styles
right, right,
that you could get in any city and state. But like I remember when I first started rapping, like people used to always be like, "Yo, you don't sound like you from Jersey, or you don't sound like you from New York, or you don't." PA didn't really have a sound besides Philly, you know what I mean? And I didn't sound like a
right,
Philly
right,
rapper either. So it was like I kind of always felt like I just had my own sound. Like I don't really think, besides like sampling and boom bap type beats that I always like, which is a East Coast thing, you know what I mean? I don't really think that none of it really like sculpted my sound. Just
right,
like influenced me as a person more so than like my actual sound of music.
right. Now,
Yeah,
now let's fast forward a little bit. You got a couple projects out, right? You're working on some new music right now. You sent
yeah.
me a snippet with you and Chinks on there.
Oh yeah, which one?
That was, I'm not sure which one it was. It was a snippet.
I know.
It's new.
Well, I know. Yeah,
The
me
video,
and Chinks. It was a video.
yeah, it was a
Me
video.
and
You
Chinks.
just sent it to me
Me and
probably a
Chinks.
couple days ago.
Me and Chinks. We did a record before he died. Taking flight, and I put that. He was like one of the first artists to like give me a shot in this game. Like a lot of rappers, I meet them. You know how they look down, like, oh, you ain't got nothing much going on, which was
Right,
true at the time. But like Chinks actually, I always was around. And when I was around Chinks and French and them in the beginning, French knew I made beats, but it's like he was just right when I met French, they were just taking off like that. So he
right,
was like taking off so much. He had all the big producers giving him beats. He wasn't really worried about my records like that. But he would always tell me, like, yo, you got some hard beats. Every time I see him, he would say it all the time. And he told me like they did songs on my beats or whatever, but I guess they never came out. And then they Chinks was like, he was fucking with me. So he's like, yo, we could do a record, come pull up to the studio. So I went to the studio. I remember he had a studio in Queens in a small little, it was like a storage unit. He just converted that shit
right.
into a studio. It was dope.
Studio.
Yeah.
How's-
Like
Now,
when you watch it on the video, you would never think that that's where you at. Like that's how crazy it was.
now you probably been around these superstar rappers a long time since you've been making beats. Now, what was one of your first beats that you got to one of these, one of these artists that was a major recording artist? What was one of your first beats?
I'd probably say like Lil Flip. Lil Flip showed me some love. He
Shout
did
out
he
Flip.
even shot video to it and everything. I remember he came to Allentown where I lived at, and he did a show and I couldn't make it. I wanted to go because I always like a lot of people, I don't know, they on the East Coast, they ain't really like a lot of the South rappers or whatever, but I always liked
Right.
Flip as an artist. He came out when I was in high school and stuff. So I was like, yo, I wanted to make some beats for him. So I hit him up on the DM, like, yo, I couldn't make it to the show, but you came to Allentown with it, I want to send you some records. So he hit me back. He sent me his email. I sent him a bunch of records, and he was like, yo, I'm using this, and this. He had like 4 or 5 of them picked out. So the next project he dropped, one was the intro, and then he did like 2, I think it was like 2 other records on that album. But he shot a video to the one, I Did It for Texas. That video was fire. He had mad people in that video, Fetty Wap, all
Okay.
kinds of people in that video, yeah.
But it's crazy because you said, the Texas thing, because back in the day, you showing your age a little bit. Texas had a run, you know what I mean? Texas,
Yeah, he did.
they were pretty big with the music. So
Yeah, a lot of them artists showed me love too, like because they would come out here to do shows sometimes. To PA,
right.
like Paul Wall, he always showed me love. He came out here a few times. Well, I would run into them in other places, other cities and states. Because one thing I always did that I always tell artists, like, yo, get up and get the hell outside and network and go other places besides where you from. Like I would run into these artists, they'd meet me here, and then I run into them in like Las Vegas, and they'd be like, oh shit. Because they see that you moving, so then they respect you a little more. Yeah.
Right. That is so true. Because I always say, man, I met people, at different arenas backstage, but people just want to see you working. If they see you working, then they know it's real. They'll be like, oh, all right, yeah, dude working. Yeah, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
But if they don't see you working, they don't really, they don't really receive you like that. So
yeah. And I always believe I always believe you gotta run into somebody like 3, 4 times before they remember you.
Right,
like when you run into somebody the first time, you see them the second time, I don't think they really gonna remember unless you like made a crazy impact. The third time, they might be like, oh yeah, I remember that. But that 4th time, that's when they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna keep saying
in a certain time period. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna say to you, they're gonna say, man, I keep running you everywhere, bro. What's going on? I mean, that's how the relationship gonna build.
Yeah, exactly.
How would you describe Red McFly's music to somebody that never heard it?
I would say it's soulful, it's hard, it's real, you can have fun sometimes when you listen to it. I make a lot of music for the females.
Right.
But definitely gonna be melodic and like you're gonna hit. I think I'm good at picking beats. To me, that people always told me that over the years. So I feel like
them, so I guess so.
Yeah, that too. But I pick a lot of other artists, other producers. Like shout out my guy M Easy, my bro Nova. Like it's other producers I'll be working with too.
Right.
But yeah,
because it's crazy. I kind of got wind of you. I was doing some shows out there at I can't remember the club. It's a small club, but you opened up for a couple people.
Oh, okay.
And up your way, in Allentown, I believe. I want to say it's Allentown.
Might have been
small little club.
Or Gravity.
It has it. Gravity, I think. Yeah, Gravity. Yeah. Because I got a couple of your performances. Because I think. Yeah. It's in like a small little club in the parking lot.
Oh yeah. That's definitely it.
Right. Yeah, that's where I kind of seen you first perform. I think you opened up for probably, I want to say Davey, somebody like that. But yeah, you know what I mean? Super dope. Definitely got some good music. What's some good, good advice that some of these guys have told you, on your way up, man? You've been doing a lot of things. You've been around a lot of these guys that are superstars to most people. But what's some good advice that they have told you, to keep you grounded and moving in this game?
I know one thing I remember I was in the elevator with French and we was going up and he was telling me like, yo, don't be too local with stuff. Like, don't be too accessible because that's how a lot of rappers wind up not being here no more. By
Right.
being too mixy with the like, once you start getting your name up and getting somewhere, like not everybody's happy for you where you from.
Right.
But
Right.
actually, majority of the people's not going to be happy for you until like you so far out of reach is like that whole if we can't beat them, join them mentality. But like
Right.
when you on your way up and stuff, it's like try to like dip in and out, make people appreciate your time when you're around and stuff. That's what I took from it. Like don't be going to the speakeasies and to the after hours spots all the time and just being at every single function. Like it's good to show show face and show love and pop up, but it's like don't be too mixy with the crowd. You know what I mean?
Right. Because as you're going up, it's like, yo, I'm becoming not regular. So I can't be, you know what I mean, do the
Yeah,
regular
put
things that I
value on you
used to
too.
do.
Yeah, put value on you. Like people, it's like when you always go to let's say it's a club and you go every Friday, you there.
People know you're there. Yeah, people know
But
you're
if you
there.
wait like 3 months and then pull up, everybody like, oh, where you been at? Like they
Right,
happy to
right,
see
right.
you. It's like your presence is more valuable.
Right,
Yeah,
right. The excitement is more, you know what I mean, when you step in there.
yeah, yeah, most
So
definitely.
how is it being a member of Coke Boys and running around with these guys and seeing the life?
Yeah, I'm more like a when I'm around somebody like French or Max or one of them, like I'm more like a student watching and learning because I know like they already did everything that I'm doing right now. They already did it, already been through it, and they know French made a lot of hits. Like he got that ear. He got that sound. Like, I
Right.
remember one night I was at his house playing. I went out there to go do beats, and like we sat in his studio that he got in the house for like 3 or 4 hours just listening to samples
Right.
straight. And it let me realize that like sometimes you just gotta like really this is like it's a lifestyle. It's like it becomes like part of your it's not like, oh, I'm gonna just go in here and I'm gonna make a hit and I'm gonna leave. It's like that just gotta come natural. Like you just gotta go in there, let everything marinate, gotta be a vibe. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? So once I started making my music like that, I feel like it's been coming out easier instead of me being like, yo, I wanna go here right now, I wanna make a hit record. I wanna get right in there. I wanna throw the beat on. I wanna start writing it, and the song be done. I'm put that out next Friday.
Right, right, right.
But once I started
Now,
realizing that like
go ahead.
this is like a part of your life, and I don't know. I don't really know how I explain it in the words, but my whole method and my process is different lately. Or making music, it's
Okay.
like I don't have no intentions when I go in the studio. Like I just go in there and I'm like, I'm gonna vibe right now. Like whether I'm gonna have some people pull up or I'm gonna be dolo, the lights down. It's like whatever that mood is. If I just came out from like just times where I would go to the club and I was like, yo, we're gonna go to the studio because I want to feel how I feel right now on this record.
Right. You got to get in the atmosphere
Still
of
got the
that
shades
record.
on, everything. Yeah.
Right,
Sometimes
right.
like it just, shit like that. Like when I'm around, I'm just a student. Like I'm just learning and picking up on things and adapting it to my methods of how I do things. And I feel like it be working. I do the same thing. Like if I'm around Benny, like he's a workaholic. I remember there was times where he would have a show, and I know he tired from performing for this whole show. Whatever. He'd be like, "Yo, we going to the studio and just carry the
Right,
night on. I might be in that studio till 5, 6 in the morning."
right. Now,
So I always,
is that a thing that you think more people need to see? Because sometimes, as an average listener, they don't think people work that hard like that. They'd be like, "Oh, most of the
yeah,
time they be chilling." You know what I
they
mean?
don't.
Like,
Yeah, they
they
think it's
they be
fun. They
like,
think this girl sitting there,
right,
you know what I mean? Like it's just they don't understand. Like yo, this shit is a real job and it's a life. Like it becomes a part of your life just as much as your kids are a part of your life. And it's a career. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes you got a career. It's not just a 40-hour week. Sometimes it be an 80-hour week.
right.
Sometimes it be more than that.
How do you balance family and music, man?
Um, that's one thing I've been working on over the years. I think I got a lot better at it. Just just paying attention to your kids to see like how they feel. You know what I mean? And the things they tell you and stuff like that, and then move accordingly to that. Like if my kids might say something like, "Oh, we haven't done this in a while," with her, I'll be like, you know what? I could cancel whatever I got going on this day. It ain't nothing too important. We're gonna go
Right.
out. We're gonna go to the movies, or we're gonna do this. You know, just like just paying attention and listening and moving accordingly.
Right. Because I always say in this game, you know, you work so hard, sometimes you forget the small thing,
Yeah,
the small thing, because you just be working and focused on so many
yeah.
different things that you're trying to accomplish. So I
And in your mind, you like, I'm doing this for the kids, or I'm doing this for
right,
them.
right,
They don't understand that. You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
And at the same time, it's like they can't, but they're not really wrong. Because like the kids don't care about that stuff. They just care about time and your presence more than anything. You know what I
Definitely,
mean?
definitely.
But they do be wanting stuff, you know, and they do be wanting to buy stuff.
Right. They definitely want
Yeah,
that expensive stuff. So you're like, yo, I gotta go to work for this, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I definitely get it. Now, I see, you know, you connected with Max, and you guys are doing, you know, working together. How's your relationship with him?
Max B, I don't have like a super strong relationship with him,
Right.
but like since he came home, I pull up to the studio sometimes, I throw records on. He showed me complete love like the whole time we there. Um, it's like I would pull up and just play like two beats and he already picked one out. I'm like, damn, I still got like 40 more beats I wanted to play.
Right. I
It's
got some
different because
other
like
joints I
we'll
wanted to show you.
go through 50 beats in like 30 minutes. But it's like with Max, I go there and he just jump on the second or third beat that I pull up.
Word. Now, and you also, I seen you did some records with G Dep also.
Oh yeah, that's my bro. That's my guy right there. Like yo,
How's
G
your,
Dub,
go
I
ahead.
met him through Phil Kaiser. That's one of my managers, Phil and
Word.
Ted. And Phil used to manage. I used to work with him and Black Rob back in the day.
Shout
And then
rest
he
in
was
peace,
to
Black
tell me,
Rob.
yeah, recipe Black Rob. So when I met Phil, he was telling me like, yo, you know, Depp coming home soon. Make sure you got some records ready. He want to get to work soon as he come home. So now I remember it was this beat, and I heard it, and I was like, damn, this is Depp. So I just let Phil hear without even saying nothing. And he said the same thing. And then my boy Emizi made the beat. So when Depp came home, he heard that and he jumped right on. Like that was like the first record he did when he came home, and then we threw Corey Guns on it.
Right.
And that record was hard. That prime example.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite artists that you worked with where you're like, man, this is crazy that I'm actually doing a record with this guy, and I looked up to him when before I was here, you know?
I would say, yeah, I always think that with French, because like, yeah, he like one person I always looked up to, as an artist and a creative and like a just how he able to put hits together. Like people would say stuff like he always got features and all that, but I'm like, yeah, honestly, it's smart to collaborate with all these artists and then y'all can work together and make a crazy sound together. You know what I mean? Like he be
Right.
having that vision, and for me to be close to somebody like that and to be able to see how that process worked, and then now like be a part of it, like I'm producing the records now. I always be like, damn, this like I would just something that I love to do.
Definitely.
I get like that with
Which
him and with Benny the Butcher, because he's just so nice at rapping. I'm like, I throw the beat on, I just hear what he's saying. I'm like, damn, I can't believe he's saying this shit.
are they are those two guys pretty picky with beats with you, or are they just like, you know,
Um, I think I kind of know like both of
the
their
sound?
sounds. Like, yeah, like sometimes they'll like the same type of beats or whatever. But I know like there's a sound that French like, and I remember he wrote that to me in the text, like you know the sound, because like, I'll be knowing that he like that. He like a lot of melodic, a lot of samples and stuff like that. Whereas I know Bendy, he wants something that's like the boom bap, the hard, like a lot of open space, and he could just rap and talk his shit on. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I know like there's a record coming that Benny got. I ain't gonna say too much about it, but there's a record that it's a different sound for him, and I feel like people gonna be like, "Dad, I produced it." Me and Glitch produced this record, and I like to do stuff like that. Like I like to switch the sound up a little bit, and they be like,
Right.
"Dang, yo, he took him to another space."
get hate. That's a diamond for every time they said I wouldn't be great. Damn, I'm Undertaker on these hoes. I thought Ted told her. Put her head between my knees like a tombstone. Then I pinned her and she out me too, but in the Rover. Treat my neck like the winter now, it's getting colder. My man told me once, Red, you gotta make them listen. The funny thing is they don't listen till they see your vision. The beat drop, yeah, chill, this the intermission. I know you're tired of that same rap and repetition.
What's the difference working with, these bigger artists and some independent artists, smaller artists in your area? If you do that, what's the difference working with those guys? What's the difference between that?
Just I say bigger artists are harder to work with because they know that it takes perfection before you like really put something out. You know what I mean? A lot of smaller artists, they'll just make something and they'll be like, oh, this is ready to go. But like there's times where I would sit with bigger artists and I see them do like 30 mixes on one song. And I'll be like, damn, this is they changed this song like 30, 40 times.
Right.
Whereas like a smaller artist might just hear it one time and be like, oh, this is good. It's ready to go. Bam.
Yeah.
So like I started getting like that where like I listen to the music and I listen to it in different speakers and I listen to it in different ways. Like, all right, now I'm listening to the words, I'm listening to the delivery, I'm listening to the beat to see if it's the vocals sitting in the beat right. Like I feel like a lot of artists, they don't be doing that sometimes. They just be like, oh, it sounds good to me, I'm ready to drop it. Like it'll be an unmixed record. They be like, I'm ready to put this out.
You'd be like, nah, it's still some more work you got to do on it.
Yeah, like I respect professionalism, you know what I mean? So like I understand the process that like, yeah, this is
Right.
this is like a product. Like if you design a shirt, you got to get them stitching right. Everything got to be right. The size got to be proper. You got to fold it up. You got to put the tag on it, put it in the bag. The display got to look good. You know what I mean? Like a lot of artists, they just be treating music like it's just a hobby, and I don't be wanting to work with people like that.
I feel you. You working with some of the greats, so your work ethic is a little different now. So it's like, come on, you gotta be.
But at the same time, yeah. At the same time, I respect raw talent because there's a lot of dope artists that you like, yo, he just sound good, like no matter what. Or you could tell a star, like sometimes when you see one, you like, yo, I know this kid is gonna be something. Like that artist Nova I was telling you about that I work with, like, I just know the right person hear him or whatever and give him a shot that he's out of here, like on a whole nother level. Sometimes you run into that.
Right. Now you got probably one of the biggest songs out right now. Congratulations on that. Excuse me.
Look.
But how does that feel to hear your record being played all over the world?
Yeah, that's dope, man. Like I always count it like as a blessing. You know what I mean? Like I was in New York the other day. I turned on. As soon as I turned Hot 97 on, Flex was playing that joint, bringing it back, dropping bombs, bringing it back. I was like, damn. And but honestly, that record it was like French gave me an alley-oop on that because he gave me the idea to do that, to put that together. He's like, yo, I want you to do this and that, blah, blah, blah. So he kind of like, it's like I can't really take the full credit for that because he told me exactly what to do, but me being able to execute that and he liked it and then they used it and it's like I'm like, dang, yeah, I'm ready to see what we could do next.
But that has to be like a crazy feeling to wake up, actually have your song premiere at a Versus.
Oh yeah, that was
you
dope.
did, you know what I mean? Like that's pretty crazy. That the world hears, your song and you're probably wherever you're at, you're like, yo, this is,
because
more stuff.
Yeah, like I would have never thought nothing that I did would be playing at a Versus no time soon because I know like the Versus is always like legends playing big records that they had over the years. Right. So I know like even if you make a big record, it's gonna take years before like they're gonna play that as something like a Versus, but you know what I mean?
Right.
So for them to premiere that joint, I was like, dang, that's big for me.
Now, what's the goal for Red McFly, man? You got a lot of stuff you're working on for 2026 and beyond, but what's the goal for you for this year?
My goal is to drop these 2 projects I'm dropping one on June 5th. The Too Rich the Kid. I'm working right now with French and them on the Coke Boys 7 project. They about to drop the Cosmo Bros tomorrow night at midnight.
Right.
Just keep both lanes rolling. Cause I'm a producer and an artist. So it's like I don't want to fall behind on one thing and then just pick up on one. Like I want to keep both lanes just rolling like this. Just rolling.
Right.
Going up.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
before we get out of here, right?
Uh-huh.
1 second. Before we get out of here, you can still hear me. Before we get out of here, what is like a thing that most people don't know about Red McFly? Like, what do you do on your spare time? Like, if you wasn't doing music, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't doing music, if I would have never started doing music, I probably would have just kept hustling. I probably would have went to jail, died, or something like that. But like me doing music, it made me want to like do stuff that wouldn't land me back in jail or whatever. Then I had kids. So I got into like doing other shit like selling. I opened a computer business, selling computers to people in Dubai and other countries and stuff like that. Like a lot of people don't know I got that. But that business is running like smoothly too, just as much as the producing and being an artist is going for me. A lot of people don't know about that.
Definitely. Well, Red McFly, I thank you for your time, man. I really appreciate it. We definitely got a link very soon. You know what I mean? You let me know when you got some shows, and you know, send me the music.
A big album release event up here in PA. If you want to pull up, I'll give you the information on it.
Yeah, send that to me. I'll definitely pull up.
We always do something big when I drop the project out here. Yeah.
I got you, bro. I got you. But yeah, definitely send me some music, clean music. I'm on you know, our station's on Apple Music, so you know, definitely send over some music, and we definitely gonna put you in rotation, my guy. I appreciate you.
Oh, okay, yeah, most definitely.
Thank you for your time, man. I really appreciate it, man.
All right, same here, bro.
You have a good one, bro.
All right.
These niggas wishing I gave up or I call it quits. Told my niggas get behind me, now we lit. Ride around like hot boys, got a chopper in this bitch. Got some ice in the grill, and got a Glock, and got a switch. I thank God, see them foreigners outside, cause I could've went to trial, blew that shit and got fried. I asked for help, I ain't never had no pride. But when them niggas told me no, it's like them niggas picked a side. We used to take turns answering the fiend calls. Now we parking valet and fucking up the mall. You lived how I live, you had to walk before you crawl. Like you graduated, coming home behind the wall. I told bring your homies, I'ma break you off. He told me gotta cook it up, they don't take it soft. And when you show up, when you say, they don't care the cost. 7 days, nothing off, we was taking off. I see the world different now through Cartier frames. I love my niggas for the fact that they didn't change. I seen it happen to the best, shit be getting strange. And with the fan, what's understood don't gotta be explained. They wish I gave up or I call it quits. Wishing bad on the star, I don't know you, bitch. Now I move like a goalie, mask and a stick. My job not done, to all my niggas rich. They wish I gave up or I call it quits. Wishing bad on the star, I don't know you, bitch. Now I move like a goalie, mask and a stick. My job not done, to all my niggas rich. They turn their backs on me early, I ain't gave a fuck. Now I fly past some niggas in a cyber truck. My bad bitch from uptown said she like it rough. Her baby father, he a hater, I'ma light him up. For a pound of gas, your head is shattered like glass. For a brick of that coke, get your bones broke. 40 cal send you to hell under my Louis coat. The fake ones hang themselves, I just gave the rope. Niggas from my own town prayed I never win. Now I tell Ted and Phil, nah, don't let them in. Let them hate on the sideline and think about it.